Hi, this is Russ Farnsworth for PoliceStateVictims.com. Arson victim denied access to California FOIA by Siskiyou County Sheriff Boss Hogg. California Victims Board denied victims' Arson victim denied access to California FOIA by Siskiyou County Sheriff Boss Hogg. California Victims Board denied victims' compensation. PoliceStateVictims.com is urgently helping Russell Farnsworth's family, disabled American arson victims. Cal Fire declared the first and second fires to be arson. Surveillance caught 3 white males burning down Farnsworth's cabin on July 30th, 2020. There was a second fire in July 2020. Russell was home during the second fire and called for emergency help. Double arson, 2 fire strikes in the same year. Cal Fire incident number 20CASKU000774 and 20CASKU005595. The mental shrapnel has destroyed Farnsworth's memories of growing up at the cabin and his life. Adopted by Sue March Farnsworth, she paid for the land, 10 acres, and the deeded rights to the existing dirt road driveway, hereinafter driveway, in year 1957 from Al A.J. Fugelsstaller for $1. See land records. The Farnsworths driveway starts on Miners Creek Road near Pacific Power Pole number 62-41-09 224102, approximately 1,000 feet before Miners Creek Road Bridge. Russell had no homeowners insurance and was being forced to wait for Social Security disability. Events of 2018. Donald Phelps, 84, owns approximately 200 acres of land surrounding Farnsworth's 10 acres. Don Phelps was caught trespassing at the Farnsworth's 10 acres September or October of year 2018. Russell reported Don Phelps trespassing to the sheriffs. See incident number 1190757. The sheriff never arrested Don Phelps for trespassing. Don Phelps' son, a Siskiyou County government attorney, California bar number 248664, is in 1998, Daniel Ray Deppen, California broker agent 006-15390, filed a corrective deed, instrument number 1998031302896, erasing Farnsworth's deeded easement driveway record with no court order and no due process. Don Phelps offered to buy Russell's land 2 times with formal letters in U.S. mail from Don Phelps' attorney, Darren Mercier. Russell's land was never for sale. Every time Phelps offered to buy the land, Russell would not sell out his family land. In 2019, Russell was denied access to a restraining order against Phelps and Deppen. Both Deppen and Phelps beginning in year 2018 were actively creating and maintaining barriers and fences in the middle of Farnsworth's driveway in order to block and stop Farnsworth's right of vehicular travel and access to the Farnsworth's registered deeded easement existing road to the Farnsworth cabin. Phelps dug or had dug a very large hole into the middle of Farnsworth's driveway with no court order. The yellow backhoe was parked on Phelps' land near the hole put in Farnsworth's driveway. On or about the 16th of August, 2019, Judge John W. Lawrence, a Siskiyou County Superior Court employee, denied Farnsworth's restraining order with prejudice to Farnsworth. See Siskiyou County Civil Cases number CVHA-2019-676 and CVHA-2019-677. Don Phelps' son, James Veraxe Phelps, is a former government attorney commissioner and worked for the Siskiyou County Superior Court and has been working at Siskiyou County Council's office as an attorney for the Siskiyou County government. James V. Phelps' license to practice was inactive for some time according to government website calbar.ca.gov. In year 2019 through 2021, not long after Russell first reported Don Phelps for trespassing. Don Phelps denied in court to pointing a gun and shooting bullets at Farnsworth. Farnsworth states that Don Phelps pointed Don's gun and shot at Farnsworth. Russell was physically and emotionally injured and traumatized, yet denied access to victims' compensation after filing a victim's claim through California Victims' Compensation Board. Russell is a victim of double arson crimes in the same year. See California Victims' Compensation Board application number A20-800-5241. The Siskiyou County Sheriff's Office has failed to produce all information and documents related to the events specific to 12th of May 2018 under California Open Records laws, federally known as FOIA. This was the day when Russell was confronted by an unnamed sheriff deputy, Boss Hogg. Russell's neighbor, a man named Wayne Summers, living at Don Phelps' home near Miners Creek Road, had dialed a false 911 phone call against Russell. The sheriff had failed to provide any information of the data and name of the unknown sheriff. P42 told Russell that Russell was not allowed to go home. Read more about P42 at arsonvictims.com. Background: on April 26th of year 2018, Russell called the sheriffs for help. The sheriffs did not show up to help Russell from the very beginning when Russell tried to go home to the cabin on April 26, 2018. Russell was forced to stop going home to the cabin due to a large hole dug in the middle of the Farnsworths driveway located on Phelps' side of the land border. Russell tried to go home to the cabin again on the 12th of May, 2018, but Don Phelps' renter, Wayne Summers, placed a false 911 call to frame Russell for trespassing. Russell states that Wayne physically threatened Russell with bodily harm while Russell was filling in the hole to try to cross over to go home to the Farnsworth cabin. On the 12th of May, 2018, Don Phelps' renter Wayne Summers dialed the fake 911 call to frame Russell for trespassing. Farnsworth was never arrested for trespassing. The officer, Deputy P42, did not allow Russell to go home to the cabin. The Siskiyou County Sheriff's Office has not produced all written police reports and records related to the events per California Open Records laws after Russell sent a certified letter via U.S. Postal Service in 2023. Standing on Russell's driveway near the large hole, Russell showed Boss Hogg Sheriff P42 his papers, but that didn't matter to P42. P42 told Russell that Russell was not allowed to go home to the cabin. P42 induced Russell to show up at the courthouse on Monday with no lawful summons and no opportunity to be represented by an attorney. Russell, out of fear for his life and fear of being arrested for trespassing, followed Boss Hogg P42's orders and appeared at the courthouse. While at the Old West Siskiyou County Courthouse, the deputy recorder on duty confirmed with Russell and P42 that Russell owns the 10 acres land and cabin. P42 then said that P42 needed an expert opinion. The Boss Hogg then forced Russell to follow P42 to Mount Shasta Title Company, where Mike Hall told P42 that Russell owns the 10 acres land and cabin and the existing deeded easement dirt road leading to the Sue Farnsworth property. Then P42 told Russell that Russell was still not allowed to go home. Over the phone, other Boss Hogg sheriffs stated that they were going to arrest Russell for trespassing if Russell went home to the cabin. Where is Clint Eastwood? The dark mystery. In year 2018, the cabin was burglarized with windows broken, walls torn, furnaces stolen, electrical system cut to pieces, furniture thrown outside, food stores destroyed and scattered. Even the water spring source was breached and contaminated with a dead animal. Large hole dug by yellow backhoe in the Farnsworths driveway and fences used as roadblocks. 2 separate arson fires 6 months apart. Unexpected armed trespassers during the night and Phelps himself trespassing. Captured on video. Farnsworth's 10 acres of special land is located on top of a precious natural spring source from an aquifer. Mount Shasta is approximately 25 miles to the east, seen from the top of the nearby hills. The 10 acres land is priceless and located in historic gold country near Etna, California. Hardship special circumstances. Farnsworth paid over $40,000 hiring Wade Law Group that has mismanaged the case coincidentally. Farnsworth filed arbitration action against Wade Law Group, see Santa Clara Bar Association Notice of Assignment of Arbitration, file number 1103. The Farnsworth private investigation and loss total hundreds of thousands of dollars due to the cabin being destroyed, not including Farnsworth's time lost, loss, privacy being violated, injuries, and rights violations. Being a fully disabled American adds special circumstances to the extreme undue burden. Farnsworth is severely disadvantaged and a person of color. Please help us. 100% of all donations go directly to fund this private investigation to access the American USA federal justice system in Washington, D.C. We ask for all legal aid and protection during this dangerous time. We need America's help now. Please prove to America why we will not live in fear of Boss Hogg's communist police state. For the rest of this story, join us today. You can read more about this at arsonvictims.com, also on x.com/arsonvictims. For policestategvictims.com, this is Russ Farnsworth.